Hello, welcome back. It's Steven here. For this video, we're going to be putting together the diaphragms with the columns, putting it together with the base plate. This is the one where you're going to assemble all of the floors, put them together. To get started, let's first, I got to make sure you guys have opened your base plate. I don't believe in the drawings, so this is how you know if you watch the videos. You're basically going to make a rectangular, a square shape. This is going to be 12 inches by 12 inches. 12 inches by 12 inches. You're going to extrude it and make it at a thickness of 0.375 inches. I'll go ahead and show you guys how it looks. 12 by 12 with an extrusion of 0.375. So go ahead and pause this video and make this base plate before you move forward. I'll give you 5 seconds to pause and make this continue with the video. Alright, so you've just finished making the base plate. Now that you have your base plate, you want to go ahead and go to an assembly on a new file. And on this new file, you're going to create it. You're going to do the same way you've been doing. You're going to open the template. Once you open the template, you save it as model or whatever name you prefer. Prototype 1, 2, or 3. For this case, we're going to save it as model. Same case, you're going to start putting parts in. So one of the first parts you want to put in is going to be that base plate you just made. We're going to throw this base plate in here. Now we got to fix it because right now it's fully defined and it's fixed, so we want to float it, but we want to orient this in a way that when we do our printing and our sketches, it can be recognized. So a good way to do it is let's just go ahead and save this corner. We could actually press Control and we will coincide it with the origin. So you see it just moved it with the origin. Now let's go ahead and grab this side and coincident with the right plane. Do the same over here, but with the front plane, coincident. Check it out, fully defined. Save it, Control S. There it is, get set. Now we're gonna insert. This is how you can insert a variety of ways, but let's just go ahead and do the diaphragm. Let's go insert the diaphragm. You can toss it in here. One way to do it is just gonna throw it in here. Okay, so what we could do is, since each floor is gonna be 3 inches from the top surface, another method of doing this, you can actually do a distance mate. So we could actually put a particular distance from this face to the top of the diaphragm. And if we were, let's just go ahead and click it again, Control click. If this option right here is distance, or you can go over here to mate, and then you're gonna select this one right here, distance, and you know it's gonna be 3 inches away. So you can type in 3 inches and it'll actually push it away 3 inches for you. Okay, so we have that. Alright, now we've already fixed this model from the top surface to this top surface. Now we want to fix it from this edge to this edge. This base plate is 12 by 12 and this diaphragm is 8 by 8. So if you wanted to have this face an equal distance from that to center this out from this to the base plate, this distance would have to be 2 inches from that face and both sides in both directions. So we're gonna go ahead. It's 2 inches because you're gonna have 12 inches from the base plate minus 8 from the diaphragm, and it's on 2 sides. So you divide it by 2, that gives you 2 inches. So let's go ahead and do the mate of 2 inches for that face and 2 inches for this face. And you are set. And if you're not sure, just press Control 5, give you top view, and it looks about straight. If you want to double check, remember, just go to evaluate, measure, and we want to check that this is the same, 2 inches and 2 inches. Oh. Press enter to do the most recent command. It's 2 inches right here, DX. Alright, so Control 7, ISO view. Alright, that's that. Now we could now here's another neat trick. When you're doing assembly, we want to copy this diaphragm. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna select the diaphragm as a whole, and we are going to go up here on the ribbon to linear component pattern. We are going to select linear component pattern, and what we want to do is we want to copy this 3 times vertically. So what we're going to do is you select, right, you're going to go look over here, direction. This right here is either go one way or the other. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. This is to select. If you click this, it'll select one way or the other. But this right here, you choose the axis. So we actually want this to be copied up. Oh, there's the arrow. It's actually going to copy them downwards, but we want to flip that. We want it to move up, and we want each piece to be. We want to do this 3 times, and we want each piece to be, I believe, 3 inches away. From this face, so it's going to be 3 and then 3. Okay, there it is. It's going to be 3 inches and 3 inches. Now let's go ahead and double check that just to be sure. We're going to do measure from here to here, and that is 3 inches. Okay, perfect. Now we've done that. Control S, save. How are we doing with time? 6 minutes. All right, I might have to speed this up. So now after you've done that, you're going to insert your columns. You're going to do the same thing. Columns, you're going to insert the whole piece, the one that's already assembled with both columns 1 and 2. You're going to throw that in there, and you're just going to follow it per design. So it looks right here like, if I were to look closely, these are actually facing the correct direction. So we're just going to connect these right here. We are going to do coincident. This is just basic mating all over again. So you can go ahead, if you can do this faster than me, perfect, it's fine. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to mate all 4. Model is fully defined. Remember I said if you select that part, it can give you a copy of it. So let's go ahead and do that. Coincident. Select that, coincident. Let's go ahead and do that. Edge, and this edge doesn't want to let me do it. Okay. That, coincident. Done. Done deal. Alright. Let's go ahead and do that again. But this time. Alright, we've done that. I want to coincident with this just because I want to rotate it. I'm going to take off that mate because that was only to rotate it. Now I can move it wherever I want. Let's go ahead and do it over here. Zoom in to get a better view. Coincident, and then coincident. Alright. Something happened here. This thing is overdefined somehow. Why is it overdefined? I don't know. This means something is moving. Oh, I know I messed up. So I move this distance is fine. I'm just gonna put this back. Forgot to fix it. Oh, that's what it was. There it is, 2 inches. So as you saw, this thing was on float, and because it was on float, you have to fix it. So now everything's fully defined. All my mates are fine, just to be sure. All my mates are fine. All the mates are fine, highlighted fine. If I move this, is it moving? Oh no, it's fine. Alright, cool. Now I'll just copy that last one again. Let's go ahead and zoom in over here. This edge and this edge. This edge and this edge coincident. It just pops up. Fully defined, bottom right. And you are set to go, and I believe. Alright. So here it is. This is one trick. Just for the length of the video, I think I'm just going to stop this video here. On the next video, as you can see right here, if you look closely, this part is literally inside. So if we were to actually do an evaluate and an interference detection, you're gonna see that this column is actually interfering with the base plate because it's literally going straight through, and you're gonna get 4 because there's 4 columns. You see it's interfering. So in the next video, we're gonna show how. Well, what I've done in the past is I'll literally just align the model and on center of the base plate, and then you'll see in the next video. But I'll actually use the column where it's at. I'll use the bottom. I'll actually use these lines I'll copy these lines and I'll sketch them on the base plate and then cut them later on. So we'll do that in the next video. All right, I'll see you there.